Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Here's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. A third down gain of 19. Cooks now in his second season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On first down, it's Gurley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on third down, Goff looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate. 87% in 2018.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Throw left side, completes Isabella. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They run with Howard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 58's the mark. 58.
Throwing on second and long. Murray. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be third down and forever. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. Third and long.
58, right over there.
Murray with a third and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Los Angeles.
180. Hey, kill.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Go. 180. Quarterback, don't get nervous. DC. Don't get nervous. You go tight. You got tight right there. No. Check 24. Tighten this up.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Like 20. Hey, 76. 2 for 1.
Goff now to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. I got it.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Murray. Left side here, caught by Clay. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long.
Touchdown, Cardinals! A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Safety screaming. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Check 3. Check 3. Check 9. Check 9.
They run. It's Gurley. Pretty good running there. 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years. Nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage. 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Second down, Murray sets to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 1-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before break here. Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing now is Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
That's another Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, Murray. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Murray again. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. Back to the workhorse today, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
76, come on. 76. 76.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Terrell Suggs. What a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create
pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for it.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Rams' 33-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 59, Mike.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Brandon Williams, a big tackle, gets him down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Check out read.
Again, they run with Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. Open man, right side is Cup, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's go. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st down, Howard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st, they go right back to Howard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. A pitch to Howard. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical. Let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
And then that's the thing, the crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So for Arizona, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.